Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. We're going to be discussing Bayer Leverkusen. Are you guys as nervous as I feel going into this game? Arsenal obviously drew 1-1 in the first leg and it's going to be a cagey match. Hopefully the crowd do get up for it and the Emirates can be rocking, because that certainly can play a factor in the actual game itself. I personally feel really nervous going into this game, just on the basis that anything can happen over 90 minutes. And I'm actually more nervous in this game than I will be in the cup final on Sunday, because ultimately the Carabao Cup final is a 50-50. You go into that game knowing that you will potentially have a trophy at the end of it. Right now, we can bottle and get knocked out embarrassingly in the Champions League way before our time. Also, with regards to the draw, having Bodo in the next round, or Sporting, most likely it's Bodo, it is a positive factor that we can potentially make a Champions League semi-final. And that's why I am very nervous about Leverkusen tonight. I feel it's a potential banana skin, which is scary. And hopefully the better team wins. We've seen it before where they don't. But I think if you look at our coefficient rating, if you look at our ability over the last 12 months and who we are as a team, I think we should be beaten by Leverkusen. We've got a better team than them. I'd argue we've got better players, and certainly we need to make that quality display count. I think it could be a big game for Eberici Eze. He's a player who seems to be a moments player in terms of big game moments. I think of Spurs both times. He doesn't seem to be a consistent enough player over the course of the smaller games. But obviously, the Champions League round of 16 where you need to get through is a big moment across the season. So hopefully it'll be a game for Eberia Eze. I just want to point out Leverkusen's recent form. They recently just drew 1-1 with Bayer Leverkusen at the weekend. Not Bayer Leverkusen, with Bayern Munich at the weekend, which is a massive result for them. So they'll be going into this full of confidence, and they're certainly not sort of a side to be messed with or taken lightly. Let's hope that Arsenal go into this all guns blazing, kill them off early doors, and have a nice second half. Something makes me think that won't be the case. In terms of injuries, Arsenal have Ødegaard, who is out for this one, unfortunately. I think we need him back very soon. The control and dictatorship he has sort of behind the strike force is needed, and he offers an element of control that without him on midfield simply doesn't have. And then also Timber looks like he is out after the knock he picked at the weekend. But interestingly, in the press conference, Mikel Arteta has stated that White is ready to play. So hopefully White comes in. I think he's the better fullback than Timber anyway. He just offers that little extra edge going forwards. And hopefully he comes in and can stay fit for the full 90 and play. Obviously, if White picks up an injury or whatever over the course of the 90 minutes, then Mascara is someone who probably can come in and play a right back. And then you look at Trossard in in warm-up photos that were released. There is a very small one where Trossard is back. So looks like he's back to fitness, whether it's full fitness and can play the full 90. We don't know, obviously. But it looks like Trossard's back, which is a massive boost for Mikel Arteta, who we do know likes the Belgian international. Then, in terms of the rest of the squad, I'll go through my predicted 11 in a minute. But I just think it's interesting. I feel like this is a bit of a banana skin for me. I am very worried about this game, and I don't know why. Because realistically, on paper, we should be winning this tie. But football isn't played on paper. In terms of the team, then, how we're going to go, I think that Martinelli obviously had a big hand in Dahlmann's goal. I personally think that he is probably on the actual team sheet to start today. So my predicted 11 is Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Zubimendi, Rice, Eze, Saka, Havertz and Martinelli. However, as an alternative 11, which I think could work quite well here, you could go Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Havertz, Rice, Eze in midfield, and then Saka, Gyökeres, Martinelli. It might be a little bit lightweight for what Arteta would want to do in a round of 16 tie, but when we're at home, we're going to have all the possession. Maybe it's worth playing Gyökeres and Kai Havertz in the same lineup, so Havertz can hold the ball up for Gyökeres and run off him with his nice little flicks. I think that it feels like a banana skin, but we should get through this game pretty unscathed. I think that 2-1 will be the scoreline, but it wouldn't surprise me if it goes to penalties either. I think that Leverkusen will try and frustrate Arsenal. There's no doubt about it. They're not going to come to the Emirates and come at us and try and score goals. because simply they'll just get battered away. They're going to try and frustrate Arsenal and play sort of aggressive but stagnant football, compacting the box and not trying to give Arsenal any easy goals. And by the way, I don't blame them. They are coming to the Emirates where you'd imagine it's going to be quite raucous. So I can imagine they will be slightly nervous going into it, just as I feel right now. But let me know what you think in the comments below of what scoreline it's going to be. I don't know if you know, in England, you might be able to see the sun is shining and it is great. Arsenal are playing. What more can you want? Get some bevies in a beer garden or whatever you may do. But let me know where you're going to be watching the game tonight. I'm going to be watching it at home, but I'll have a few beers beforehand or whatever. But yeah, just going on to the game. As I said, I feel a bit nervous about it. I feel apprehensive before this type of game. This is sort of time in the Champions League where I start to enjoy the competition. I don't really personally enjoy the group stages. I just think they're a bit pointless, especially with the 2 extra games. But it is important for Arteta and Arsenal that they go on and get the results in this game, because ultimately you live and die by success. You don't want to go crashing out of this competition tonight. Then you don't want to lose to City at the Carabao Cup, and then your season is basically taking a massive dint in a week, and then you could go on to bottle the league title. I think we need to win one of today or versus Man City. I actually am more bothered about the Champions League, so I'd rather win today and progress in this competition than the Carabao Cup. Obviously, I'd love to win all of them, like win them both, get the Carabao Cup under our belt, get the Champions League into the quarterfinals to face Bodo or Sporting, probably Bodo, and go as far as we can in this competition. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. What your predicted lineup, what scoreline do you think it'll be? Hopefully the Gunners can come up trumps, but there is certainly a little bit of apprehension that I feel towards this game. I'm not as confident as I was, say, against Everton. Anyway, let me know and see you later. Goodbye.